Hope you feel comfortable and enjoy the lessons, Natalia. Hello, this is my first time here. Please be kind to me. I'm not going to be kind with you. No, just kidding. I will be very kind.
Time to
I'm
roast
very
everyone.
polite. Very polite.
Time to roast Nalia.
Welcome to this place, to this corner, Oscar's corner with the gang.
With the color pick gang.
With the color picking gang. No, that would be the gang shame. The shame gang. Homework. So let's see how much does it takes to review, to check all of the homeworks. So I'm going to pick this one first. Already looks really cool. Oh, damn. What size is this?
Also, were we allowed to use lasso tool, or it was
Yeah,
just
use it.
brushwork?
I use it all the time. The lasso tool.
Oh man, I didn't use it because I thought it was underneath.
No, it's a tool. Use it. Use it. And about the color picking, what I wanted to say was that if you want to use it, for example, you are not getting the color of this part of the car right. So so for example, you're painting the car, but your color is more like this. And right now you are training your eye, but maybe you don't know what's going on, and you're maybe asking yourself why this yellow or orange doesn't look like this one. Then you can use the color pick and check where is the color on the square of colors in Photoshop, and then you go back to your own color and you say, oh, okay, this is too bright, I need to scale down the value, and now I'm going to get that color. I use color picking just to do that when I'm very like confused with one color. I do that so I can check my own colors. But the idea, of course, is try to see the colors, and after a while doing a lot of these studies, then you can get all the colors very accurate without using color picking. Right now, I'm in that position. I don't use color pick anymore, just in a couple of cases where I'm like maybe not focused enough and not getting the right color, and then I use the color pick and trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. But it's not like you just color pick and then paint. That is what you should don't do. Otherwise, you are not learning. And the goal is always learn and observe colors better. Better. I like saying better, like English. Better.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Anyhow, any other? What was the homework? Yes, we had to big to thank you, Lucy. Choose three and paint it and write notes. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, you explain it very well. If you speak Spanish, Natalia, I can translate to you because it seems like you are Spanish because of your name, or I'm wrong. A non-color picking, yeah, don't color pick. Unless you want to do the one thing that I just said, like just you're painting, and if you are trying like for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you are not getting one color right, then okay, use color pick, watch on the color wheel or color square in Photoshop, where is that color? What amount of value has or saturation it has, and then compare to your own color. And then you tweak your color. But it's not like you're picking colors and then painting. Doing that, you won't learn anything. Like just doing that. Train your eye to see color better. Color pick should be your last option when you are really stuck with something. About the Spanish, I know English and Spanish equally, so it's okay. I see. Ah, buenísimo. That's what I did while learning something how to not study colors. While learning something how to not study colors. Picking random colors. Yeah. So okay, yeah. And about the homework, I'm going to review a couple. I mean, not a couple, but a lot of them. And this one is from wrong chat homework. Ringaroon. Use Ringaroon. Well, yeah. And okay, so the homework was to pick 12 screenshots, to take 12 screenshots from one scene of a movie or a series or whatever you choose. And then from those 12 scenes, the screenshots, you pick 3. So here's 1, 2, and 3. And then you do a color study based on those screenshots. And why at the beginning I said pick 12 screenshots from one scene is because if we take one scene of a movie, all the camera framings, the color choices, everything is choose to represent a specific mood from the scene, a specific message from the scene. So for example, maybe these 3 scenes, I haven't seen this movie. I don't know if it is a movie or a series, but these 3 are related, and we can see on the color choices, they are very similar from each other. Like I said, I haven't seen this one, so maybe I'm wrong trying to say that these are 3 related to each other, but that will be the goal. So our friend did these 3 studies, which they look really good. Like they look already really good. I would have to be very picking, trying to say, oh, maybe this color is not right, or maybe the composition is not the same or whatever, but these 3 already look really good. If you are doing like a color script, those 3 already work for a color script. You don't need to do anything else. They are perfect. So the only things that I could say are like, for example, in the window, of course, there is a limit of time to do this, like 1 hour. I can write here. Okay, 1 hour. So there isn't enough time to do everything. And maybe our friend here needed more time to paint the window. But yeah, already looks good. And after you do the 3 studies, copy them, do a copy, and draw on top. And try to, I have been doing classes, composition classes, if you haven't seen it, Natalia. And those classes are on, I will share it here. Oh. YouTube. So search for the composition class. So all the things that you should write on top are based on the thing I have talked on the class. They were related to contrast, search contrast in values, color, shapes. Also, I shared a lot of camera framings, camera shots, so we can try to analyze which one are using in this particular scene. And there are a lot of things that are on the composition that helps to guide the eye. So those are the things that we should consider also. So I'm going to read here. This warmest area shows where characters' interest in lines go towards the TV. Actually, right. Like the eye, our eye makes that emotion. The way that this child is sitting makes for a curve to go there. And also the character is watching directly to the TV. So a lot of the elements here are arranged in that particular position. And yes, actually right, this is the warmest color on the scene. Why? Because we don't want just to see the two characters here. We want to see the TV. We want to see this place. So we add more color here, a warm color, in contrast with the cold color from his shirt and the colors from the child, and the environment, because the environment is not that warm, just a little. But just by doing this, I make contrast. So my eye will go this place also. So yeah. Creates a silhouette for back of the head. Oh yeah, and the window, a framing, frames the character. So a lot of about composition is to understand that almost nothing on the scene is put there by coincidence. Everything is perfectly composed, aligned to guide our eye to a focal area, a focal point. So we have our job as an artist when we are studying this is to search for those key elements that are guiding our eye, that are shapes, color, the characters itself, the position, everything. Eye level, visual elements, breaking up, dead and sun. Yeah, actually, that's right. Didn't see that at the beginning. Like this shape here, like making this a space of these two characters is very interesting. I don't know the meaning of that, but it's interesting to see. Area of greatest contrast, focal point. Yes. All of the windows here are illuminated, but the one here where is framing the character has more illumination, more value, a high value to make contrast. If we add a black and color layer, we can clearly see that this place has a lot of contrast. Also here. Whoops. This place has a lot of contrast too. Oh no. I'm so messy with my lines. Okay. Diagonals, ominous feeling. Ominous. What is ominous feeling? Ominous. If someone can translate that word to me. Ominous.
It's like the feeling that something bad is
Ominous is
going to
like
happen.
tenebroso.
Oh, gracias. Tenebroso.
Sorry, I spoke over the other person.
Yeah, but thanks.
It's fine. I guess Spanish is a better way to explain it than what I...
Yeah, I was thinking about if someone can translate that word to me, but thank you. Tenebroso. Yes, this scene is very dark. something really bad happened. This attire here is one of his tire, maybe? Yeah, this one. So explode. And it's in the middle of the night. So something is not just the car explode. I mean, the tire of the car explode, but something else is going on in the background, in the story background, which I don't know because I haven't seen it, but it makes me feel like that just because of the colors, the color choices. Focal points, highest contrast too. Scene mixed cold and warm. Light characters conflict feelings. No, they're talking about this. So yeah, there is a lot of contrast here. It helps a lot that the tire here has light on this place, on this area. And we have those two points. So there is a lot of contrast in this area. Also, the light on the car is guiding our eye too. Why? Because even if all the roof has some illumination, it has a gradient, un gradiente. There are more light on this area, not on the top. So it will guide the eye to this place. So our eye is going to watch this place, and then this place, and then this place. That's how we make this place a focal area. Here we add a light here, so we make also our eye to look this area of the framing. And of course, we have a character. The really good thing about having a human character is that our eye will always search for a human character. So if we add one, and it doesn't need to have a lot of contrast, but our eye will immediately see this place. So while observing this scene, we are seeing this person, he is looking at this place, and there is a lot of contrast here. So we understand the scene without dialogue, conversation. Okay, he's very scared because he fucked it up. He did something wrong, and now his tire is gone of the car. Single master shot. Yeah, those are the things that I was talking on the classes, like the camera framing. This is two shot, two characters, profile. He's on profile. Master shot. Master shot is when you have two characters or more, and we see the relationship that they have with each other. This, our friend here wrote that there is like a shape that is dividing these two characters. So that shape is telling us the relationship that they have with each other, and they are on the environment. So we see that this is their house, they live there, or maybe not, but that is what I see. So we see the relationship of all of the things that are on the background and the two characters here. Character of two side visually encases by car side. Character of two side visually encased. I don't understand that. Makes the character feel trapped, powerless. Like he's separate from the car. I didn't understand very well. I need to improve. Feel trapped and powerless. The way he is standing. He's in a position of scare, of fear. He's not in power. The energy goes down. So there is a lot to talk about figure drumming, like where is the energy going? If we try to track the energy, even if he doesn't have like a very dynamic pose, we can see that the energy is going down. He's not like empowered person. Like, I can do this. Doesn't matter. No, he's like, oh shit, what I did. And on the next one, this one is the one I like the most. Like all of the colors are so damn good. This person knows how to see color in 1 hour. Single close-up. Yeah, it is a close-up. We see a close-up is to focus on the expression of the character, his expression. It's a single, he is only one character. A lot of space makes the character feel like they are safe. I didn't think about that. Maybe. Yeah, because it doesn't look like he's trapped in somewhere. And the way the look that he has and the lighting behind makes him feel like he's in a confident position. He's not trapped somewhere. I don't get this feeling from here, like something really bad happens. Here, I don't feel that. Because also the light that is behind him is very like an angelical lighting, like godlike. And there is a lot of space here, yes. So we balance our composition by adding contrast. This window makes a lot of contrast here, and the lighting on the couch. I think it's a couch. Focal point, greatest contrast. Yep. This place has a lot of contrast. Light silhouettes, character's face. Yeah. So his shape, overall shape, has a lot of contrast. It's like putting a sticker on top, and he's like there. Nothing interferes with his silhouette. So it's very clear. The light here makes that silhouette be more clear also. So overall, really good. You got an A. No, I'm not going to qualify. Not gonna do that. We'll homework, work. Yeah. Sorry for joining too late. No, don't worry. We will never forgive you. Yes. Giving the impression that something's bad or unpleasant is going to happen, treating unsuspicious. Thank you. Yeah. That feeling. I need a redemption arc now. Redemption arc. Travel to the right, the charisma. Maybe if he had a different expression. Expressions means a lot. So if he has like a fear expression, that will change the whole mood of the scene. Now I'm gonna see Oscar class homework 1 to directly get the frame right. What is that? Your homework?
GIMP format.
Oh, okay, nice. Thanks. Andres, do you want me to review the watch or the?
No, don't review the watch. That's
Okay.
awful.
No, it's not. You paint better than me, but it's really difficult to do a watch scene that is very obscure. I don't have enough experience with that traditional medium, so I wouldn't know how to do this in watch or oil or watercolor or anything, just on digital. So okay, I'm going to review this one.
I just say traditional is illegal in this course. Easy fix.
Yeah, traditional is illegal. Illegal, traditional. And yeah, by the way, I know that there is a lot of people before Andres, but he submitted this one first, so that's why I'm going to check that. And okay. And you said you just got 2. That's okay.
Yeah.
I also did 2. I felt I didn't have a very good health this week, so I didn't paint the other one. I just did 2 also. Euphoria. That's the movie.
That's the series and the season 1, episode 4. That's what is.
Okay, I didn't read that. Nice. So yeah, you are seeing where the characters are in relationship with each other. What I think you need to focus on now is to make everything darker. Darker values, yes. Less green, more red. Yep. Yeah, you got it. You know what to do. You need more red on the scenes, less green. There isn't a lot of green here. Maybe this place, this area, here, but very subtle. It's not very obvious. And here we don't see green either. So that's why if you are very confused, maybe with the colors and you want to get it right, do the color picking. What kind of black do you have here? It's very green. What kind of black do you have here? It's more bluish.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
a
can
lot.
change that.
Yeah, it's a big gap between those colors. And yeah, look at that.
Also, this is very interesting. If I color pick this, in this context, it looks like a different color, right?
Yeah.
But it's the same color. Why? Because of the red here. Whoops. This blue is in contrast with a yellow, so we see it more blue. Here we see a contrast with a red, so we see it more bluish or even purple sometimes. So that will be a good guide to understand. And you already put here, yeah, this color needs to be red. So I will change. Oops, I will change that.
The color is a little more orange, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm just going to use no, maybe not. And the light is a little bit blue also. It's more orange. But yeah, you need to tweak that. And now the color here will look the same. It won't look that blue. I mean that, yeah. Here also, the colors here, it's too bright. You need to tone down the value, add more dark. And the colors need to be more red or orange. You already have like a very orange, like an orange color, but it's very neutral. If you go down in value and in saturation, then you get that color.
All right.
And now it looks a little bad because here we have more dark. So I'm going to paint that color here. And then we start getting the colors from this area. And okay, he's not watching at her.
Is what I figure. It's like in the shot, it doesn't look like he's looking at her. It just looks like he's looking at the lake or at the empty space.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, if he would be looking at her, he would be almost looking at the spectator, maybe.
Yeah,
And so
he's looking something behind her. Like if he's avoiding the conversation.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, like he doesn't want to talk. Or maybe he is, and maybe he's thinking. A lot we can try to understand what is going on, but we have to see the series to really understand what is going on. But right now, yeah, his eyes are lost and not looking at her. Maybe there is another character, I don't know. It could be anything. But she is looking at him because of the position of the head. The position of his head is pointing to somewhere else. It's not looking at her. So not just the eye, but the head position. Everything on the character.
But I'm pretty sure the next frame they are like talking to each other, watching at themselves. So I think that might be composition choice. I don't know.
Well, in the next scene here, we see that now both are looking at that light. So maybe he's seeing that eye.
I messed it up because this happened before the other one. Because I think he then approaches to her and grabs her like really hard from one arm.
Mm-hmm. But now I will know that he's looking at that light, even in this conversation. In some point, of course, he's going to look at her, but it's just interesting and fun to to analyze those things. Two light sources for each. Yeah, we have the light here that I will guess is from this source, and we have a ring light behind. I have the light in here, so it will illuminate the front of her body, like in this case, it's doing that. And we have the light from behind. That is, it has illumination on the hair, and it also gives us like a way to balance our composition, making contrast here.
Also the blue light, I figure when I was like painting, and it's more noticeable on the one below. It's like kind of, I don't know, like really I don't get in which like natural situation you would get that blue light from a light post, because it seems really strong, and that yellow light also. So it's like very surreal scene.
Yes, it is. It's very artificial light. I mean, the only way I'm thinking that we can have that amount of light in a night context will be like having, I don't know, maybe a basketball or football. How do I say cancha?
Court, maybe court. COURT.
court. Yeah, so when people are playing in the night and there is a lot of lights hitting that that area, you get a really big amount of lighting. But yeah, this is a very artificial lighting here. It is a science fiction series,
No,
no?
it's much more like a kind of documentary, like
Oh, okay.
not non-fiction. You know that genre
No.
where like they tell everyday stuff, but they add a couple of things that like are not precisely like how life goes, but they it's very like how to put it in the right words. It's like a very kind of like it could happen. I mean, it would be rare to find a story this messed up in real life, but you wouldn't get surprised, you know. I think the joy of the series and is well regarded for is like the makeup, the photography, and the storytelling because the story itself is not like it's not like out of this world as I'm saying, like it's not like you wouldn't believe this happened in real world, but yeah, I mean the way they tell it in the movie is like really amazing.
Nice. Maybe I will watch it. This thing that you wrote here, the figure divides in half the frame. Yeah, it's very interesting. She divides the space between the lighting. There is a lot of space here, and here we have a lot of things going on. The lighting here, the tree, the character, and she's almost in the middle, not exactly, but almost. Still acts like dividing the space, like a balance. And yeah, we have like we divide the space here also from the floor to the environment behind. There is it's not here or here. It's very down in that place. What else you wrote for action? Action?
I was counting like the light sources I found in this one particularly.
Yeah, like the
So
lighting here.
blue one would be one, right?
Mm-hmm.
The light rays on the in between those would be two,
True, there is a lighting here.
and the third would be like the big yellowish one, and the fourth would be another like kind of yellow that is hitting from behind of them too, you know.
Yeah. We have this one here. Another here. Yeah.
I really recommend you this, or at least watch the compilation that is called "The Beauty of." I believe you already know this channel. They like
No.
take a whole series or whole movies and took like the best composition and they
Nice.
put it in one video. It's like really great.
The beauty of.
Yeah, it's the beauty of. That's how it's called the the channel, the YouTube channel. I'll post it in Hangout chat.
Okay. I'm just writing here in case I forgot. But yeah, nice. I like the notes that you took. Those are very helpful. High importance to characters. Yeah. So nice. Bye. Bye. Next
Well, thank you.
one. The beauty of this one. Yeah. Chayon
Yeah.
already submitted. Hannibal. That series is so good. From Hannibal, have you seen it? We have to see it. Utopia, Evangelion. Yes, Evangelion.
And they made one for Euphoria too. It's like really, really.
Okay, I will search for it. Okay, next one. Anne. Anne. Timmy. This is a movie where she acted. Enola Holmes. That's the actress, right? But this one is not from Stranger. I'm the only place I know her is from Stranger Things. But this is a movie. She's not here on the chat. Yes, you are in the chat. Speak up.
I'm here.
Hey. Okay. Yeah, this is very cool because you have a very one point perspective. And that's very awesome because it's a composition tool to use, because she is right in the middle of the points where all these lines convert. So it's like using perspective to make all the elements on the background to look like an arrow pointing at her. That's very useful. And it's being used a lot. I like the colors that especially on the train. Like I think that will be hard sometimes because there is a lot of colors here. And the stylization, the face, I like. Yeah, I think this has been a very cool exercise for perspective. So right now, yes, we are seeing that all of the lines that give us this 1 point perspective composition are used to serve us as arrows to guide the eye to her face, which this one is also a close-up. So we see the expressions, her expressions. Oh, you said that are pointing to the mouth. Interesting. Like the mouth is in the middle of the lines. Interesting. But we see the eyes. And it's pointing toward the mouth. Interesting. And we have this door here that help us to balance the composition, because there is a lot of values here, contrast, from the wall to the shadow here, light and dark, that make contrast. So here we have a balance. If we do this like somehow it feels so wrong. It's like this place looks weak. So we need to add contrast. because the same amount of darkness here is the same amount that there is darkness in the train. So we have two places of contrast. Like here and here, the same value. Yeah, it's the same value. If we paint light value, we lose that. And now this side of the frame has more contrast and it's not making a balance. We always need to think that the color is weight. So we have a balance. And we need to add weight here and weight here. So depending on the composition, we can add more weight here or here, but it's always about making a balance. We can add like flowers here, like 1,000 flowers, and we can add here like a safe box with a lot of money. That will have more weight. Yes, so we add more flowers to make, that would be like 1 billion flowers. If you understand what I mean with this. So we need to add, the color is weight also. Color is weight. Color is weight. Weight. Make balance. Yeah. Cool. Which movie is this one? Someone knows? To add for a list from all the movies I have to see yet. Sanctum. From the Lord of the Rings, of course. We're talking a lot about Lord of the Rings. Run, you fools. Okay. Yeah, I think the colors in most of them looks already good. What you have to do is to tone down a little the values, because for example, even if this thing, this line here has a lot of value, in these areas there is less value than here. And actually the place where there is more value, even if we have like a lens flare here, is in this area. Here we have more value, here, and not here. Here is very dark. If we use color picking, in that area we have this color, and you have this color. See how different they are from each other? So you have to tune down the values to go down, and add more yellow. This even darker, and then less, no, more. So you tweak. There we have the same colors. I mean, almost the same. It's like 2% difference, but we have the same color. Mm-hmm. And you can always do this exercise, like step inside from the paintings that you are doing. Make it look smaller, So you have a overall view from what you are seeing, and you're focused only on the values and the color. You're not thinking about too much of the characters there. So you can appreciate, for example, that in this area, also there is less value than when you paint here. So you have to dark this area to make it dark. And then you do this again. In this more dark. And more or less. Yeah, more or less like that. And the el látigo, I don't know how to say this on English, but you have to tone down the values, make it darker. This area also, like I was saying, this area has lens flare. I don't know which name does that have, but it's not that lighter. So this area will be the one that has more value here. But overall, the colors looks good. There are greens here. A little. Yeah, and you can add those greens. And in this case also, this is not white. He's, again, what is the name of that? Please help.
What are you talking about?
This thing.
I've written it somewhere. I don't remember. It's a whip.
Whip. Yeah, whip. That's it. Whip. Thanks. The whip is not white. So you need to tone down the values. And do the color picking thing again. What color is this light source? You paint there. What color do you have? You have white. So there is a big difference in value. So you have to start tweaking your color. Need to add more. Maybe not that much. It's more yellow. A little dark. Maybe a little bit more dark. A little bit more color. And yeah. Well, almost. So then you go back to your drawing and you paint that. And it's surrounded by the fire which is very orange, red, orange, red. And you make this color also go to the rest of the whip. So it doesn't look white anymore. The life of his stuff, it is white, but look that it's not a big light source. It's very small because we don't want, in this scene, we don't want to make the stuff of Gandalf to be very bright because in terms of what kind of message we want to have on this scene, is that the Balrog, which is the name of this creature, he has more power than Gandalf. How do we convey that visually? We make the whip that he has and the light source that he has to have more power than the light source that Gandalf has. So it's like even the staff that he has feels intimidated, but by the light source from the Balrog. So we tune down the light of the staff of Gandalf. So it's not that bright. It's very subtle, it's very small. It's like the staff, if the staff has personality, it will be like, okay, I'm fucked. I'm dying. I'm not going to win this battle. So it's not very light. It's very small. And yeah, we have Sam here, or maybe Frodo, I don't know who is looking. And we need to add the shadow. And again, I'm understanding that we have all 1 hour to do. I said in the also that if you don't get to a good result in 1 hour, you can add like 10 more minutes. I did that. I added 10 more minutes to my studies. To try to convey better the colors that we see. It's a message. Ivory. The thing, this one? Ivory? But yeah. And here you almost got it. Like the values on the hair are great because are not that bright. The amount of light of the staff is good. The amount of lighting on the fire is good, but we still have a problem. I mean, it's not a big problem, but still we have some little issues with the values. This is not that right. And it's very subtle, but in the context, it makes a big difference. So we take, again, that color, we go down in values. And we paint that. To get the result that we see here. There is more dark in the fire also. To check the values, always do this exercise. This looks more bright. This looks more brighter than this one. This one looks way brighter, much brighter than this one. This area is more dark because there is more dark here. So when you tune down the colors, you can see the values. Because the value is the amount of light that a color has. And we are going to see your note that are a lot of notes. Above the shoulder, we are part of the defended group. Yeah, this area. I don't understand you're writing. Fuck.
I can do it orally if it help.
Yeah.
So just for the thing at the top left corner, I was saying that the whip has a S shape to convey dynamism, also to imply an imminent attack.
Yeah. Yes. Shape.
Also, I was talking about the fog that's hiding the land. to like sort of saying that the darkness is arriving.
Mm-hmm.
And also I was making a point with the contrast of the scene that is way more contrasted to the blurs of the, not the blurs, but the blurred part at the right. I think this is Sam Gamgee.
Mm-hmm.
To like just to focus the attention. And I was also making a point with the binarity of the action. Like we have a bridge that is really simple. There is like normally two way out, but one of the ways is blocked by the Balrog. To explain that there is no escape for Gandalf. And also, I wasn't sure about that, but I was making a point about the fact that for Gandalf, this we can have like a sense. It's directed from the right to the left, which is the opposite sense of the adventure. To emphasize the aspect of they are being chased, but I'm not 100% sure about that.
Mm-hmm.
May I continue for the second picture, or do you have something to say?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, this is more about an above the shoulder point of view. I was making this assumption just to say that we are not in the situation of the Balrog, but with the Balrog, and with the sense of adventure that is correct this time. Also making, well, I've done like, I think, a big mistake with the whip. There is a section that is really bright at the center. And I think this is more about an error from my part. But anyway, I was saying that there is an opposition between the whip and the fog created by the wizard, by Gandalf.
Mm-hmm.
Also that the canvas is like two-sided. We have one really bright, not really bright, but brighter side on the right, and one more shadowy, more dark on the left.
Yeah.
Again, no position. Also, I think I was, yeah, this is related to what I was saying earlier. We are more focused on the Balrog side, like we are at the Balrog level, even though the Balrog is like really tall, and also it's like they are near same high level. And again for the opposition. And after that, this is like minor information, like the fact that there is a lot of straight line and triangles at the Balrog side, and for Gandalf this is more round shape, etc. With his figure and the little point, etc. And for the last one, the last thing to say, I think, because there's like, it's more, there's less tokens in this picture. So I just resumed the formation by saying that the Balrog is nearly disappearing, like fading in the dark. But it's not his dark, because we know that the dark that the Balrog is producing is with brown, dark, and fogs, which is not the case here, because it's more about the darkness of the void, of the profoundness of the whole. And also saying that the Balrog is tilted backward. The head, we can say the head is tilted backward. We only see the mouth. And same for the arm. I really thought at the beginning that this arm at the left was a horn, but it's not the case. It's a horn. So just to convey that he's like in an uncontrollable falling. And also that Gandalf is looking down to assure his victory and just to make sure that he won. And that's all for the most important things.
Nice. I really loved all the things that you wrote and you said. Like there is a lot of thinking on this, which is the purpose of the exercise that I wanted to you guys to do. Not just painting, but try to make a deep analysis of what is going on, because like I said earlier, almost nothing on a scene is there by coincidence. A lot of things are arranged on the composition. Some, we can say like 90 or maybe 80% of the scene is arranged with a purpose, specific purpose, and we just let like 50% be a coincidence or random, like random. And this is with intention. And we left 50% of randomness just to make a scene looks more natural, because if everything like 100% has some intention or is fixed, then we see that something is not like very natural, because in real life, not everything is aligned and not everything is perfect, mathematically perfect. We need to add a little percentage of randomness, if that word exists. But we need to focus on this 80% of intention. Like what are the decisions that are being made here? You talked about the S curve that is doing the width of the Balrog, that is pointing down to the light source of Gandalf. Here the whip is cutting the scene, and we have this big empty space of black that separates these two characters. And also it's very interesting that I think you said and you did here, is that there is a perfect alignment between Gandalf light source, the staff, and where the light source of the Balrog begins. It's a perfect line here, and that is intentional. And here, yes, the pose of Gandalf is like he's looking down like he won. But something very interesting that is happening here is like the position that he has is not like completely victorious. It's not like he feels victorious or confidence. He knows that he won, but to us as viewers, we are thinking on the background like, did he really won, or something is going to happen now? And the light source that are here, like the staff is also looking at the light source of the Balrog, and the sword and the staff is making like a visual block. So our eye won't escape to this place. It's going to stay on this frame. On that part. So yeah, that's really good. All of the things that you said and the deep analysis that you did here in on your study. So nice, like it. Going to the next one. What is going on in the Hangout chat? It turns out I can't stay for a bit. I didn't check the values. I'm recording, by the way. Francis. Me neither. High five. Raskana, her random photos. So next one. Oh yeah, here, Francis. From Life of Pi. Are you here? Yeah. Oh. Okay, I'm going to cut. Because I want to see them all. Mhm. Luz. You speak Spanish? Okay. De Chile. Ah, buena. Buena, choro. Natalia will be de Chile also, no? That's how we say hello here in Chile. We don't say hello, hi, buena. La Natalia también es de Chile. Buena. Capaz que los conozca. Send your Instagrams later. Primer chileno que pillo. Me too. For a long time, I thought that I was the only Chilean person here. Well, I invited a couple of friends here also, so they are from Chile too, but they usually don't hang out too much on Discord. Cool. Yeah, Life of Pi. I want some piece of pie. This movie is really good. I really loved that movie. I just have seen it once. I want to see it again. The colors are really good. This is interesting. You added some purple here when there is not, but I find it very interesting, like a personal choice, kind of. Which I don't, how do I say it? I find that good. I heard Chilean and woke up. It happens. I invent. No, it's not about habits. That I wanted to say that it's not about habits. It's like an artistic license, if you want to do that, because it's good. Because this purple will make contrast with the green of the jacket, and also it's very subtle and looks really good. So as a personal choice, that will be a yes, and no, a no. Yeah. I agree with that. Because who knows, maybe on the color script, if there is one, the artist did add some purple, but then because of the lighting and the post-processing of the post-production and all of that, we don't see that purple anymore. But in this place works really good. So that's why I was pointing down to that purple that I like. I don't feel bad with that. It's not like I'm going to be like, te voy a poner un 1 por Gil. No, mentira. It's really cool. Yeah. And the character looks, I like the stylization of the character. Oh, qué vale. I feel so good talking with people from Chile. It's like so funny. Okay. This one looks cool. Here I will add more green to the scene because I think for the mood, it adds a lot. Here we perceive the same kind of moody here, but because there is only cold colors, like blue colors, I think we don't have the same exact mood from the scene, because maybe there is an intention of why there is this warm color on the background, because we know, if we have seen the movie, and maybe this is spoiler, but the tiger here, that's a tiger, right? Yeah, it's a tiger. It's not actually bad. So it means something to the character. So that's why there is like a warm color, a little warm color coming from this place, from the tiger. And it's like, it works like a separation, right? The warm color from this place to the cold colors that are behind the character, because of course he's scary. It's like a tiger, what the fuck. So you can add that. Yeah. Todo apunta al personaje. Yep. Everything. The color, this stick is an arrow to the character. There's a triangle here. Cool. I think it's very hard to compose an image with the sea, because on the sea, we don't, on the water, we can't control what is happening too much on a real environment. Like if we do a painting, we can control the shapes and the direction of the waves and all of that. But in this case, we don't have too much control of that. That will be very hard to compose, I think. And imagine, maybe it is not. Yes, but there is a lot of things going on here that makes our eye go directly to. His name was Pi, right? That's the only thing I don't remember from the movie. The Life of Pi, I mean, sounds obvious, but maybe he has another name. I found very interesting how they played with the horizon and the lights to make a line of focus. Yeah. And his values are very dark because we need to make a balance between these 2 points of contrast, here and here. Light, almost. Yeah, you did it here. Oh yeah, it's look like an arrow. Interesting. That's cool. Oh, I don't remember this scene of the movie, but let's not make spoilers. It's really, I like the colors. You have a good eye with colors, especially these ones. Like I really like this one. It has some stylization, like your own style, sort of. I really like that. Because maybe the values, you need to tone down the values. I know it's hard. It's like, it's so hard to understand how the values work. We tend to think, because it is in our brains to think that if there is light, we need to increase the values, right? But no. So the red is not that bright. But again, for artistic license, and because this works, I will be okay with that. Like, it is okay. It's not distracting. It will be different if you add like a very bright light here, like this. I will be like, no, don't do that. But it's very subtle and works. So I will let it. But if I want to be very like, I want to paint realistic, the values needs to go down a lot. More dark. And everything else is looking good. And Andres, you talk about using the lasso tool. I bet that here, our friend here used the lasso tool to paint this. Or maybe what is the name of this tool in English? Well, this tool. Which is almost the same. I found me. Oh, chao. Bye. Se fue. Oh. Se fue. I'm recording, so no problem. And the perspective, like the composition from our friend, the one with the Stranger Things actress, the perspective lines go to the character here. Another case of using perspective to guide our eyes to the character. So the perspective will be maybe here. No. Almost where the head is. Yeah. Nice. I really like this one. The one I like the most. All of this looks good. I approve the purple here. Long life purple, my favorite color. And you are using purple also here. That's really good. You get as in Chile, the grades works from 1 to 7. It's not with letters, C- or whatever. So if I give him like a 6, or maybe 6.5, that will be like an A-, maybe. Or an A, or an A+, or just an A. Just because he used purple. If he had used another color, I will give him a C, because no, purple. Just kidding. I didn't get a mark. Is this because it's a 1? No. I'm just kidding with the notes here. It's really maybe a 5.8 or 5.9, almost 6, which is still really good. You need to check the values. The values. I'm not going to give grades because I will get like private messages like, "Hey Oscar, why you wrote a 5 and a 6 and he got a 7?" No, and yeah, that would be problematic. So no. No purple equal you get sent to Brazil. What is wrong with Brazil? No dropper too. It's just a meme. Oh, these are in separate. I have to open one by one. You got a C- just for that. Just to know.
He's got a trip to Brazil, I guess.
He has to go to Brazil. Yeah. Which movie is this? I think I have seen the trailer, but I don't know which movie is this one. Did he wrote? Haven't one semi question? No. To Brazil. Come to, oh, you are from Brazil already. Damn, go to Alemania. Go to Germany. Come to Chile. By the way, I like these studies. I like the colors. Ah, there. Which movie is this one? Can you write it? I am a mother. If I die, tell my mom that I love her. Yeah, I have seen the trailer. I need to watch this movie because the trailer looks really good. Okay. Seems like I have to go to Brazil now. Come, I will show you around. Nice. Yeah. I like the slang that Ethan used sometimes, the yada yada. I will use it. This thing and this thing, yada yada. Okay. Colors are looking good. You are not using purple. That will be an A-. See, I like the values here on the red. I don't know why, but in the reds, the values are hard to get. For example, here you added more values than there is. Well, this scene looks very interesting. The color so far looks good. I like them. Maybe you can, I mean, maybe you ran out of minutes, but if you want to add a little more, maybe you can add some more surface scattering to make the face look more life, with more life. The red ones that are here from the cheek. You added a little here, yeah. All of this area has a lot of red, pink. The mouth is also more red.
Unfortunately, I only noticed the reds after I was done.
Yeah, that's why I was saying. You ran out of minutes.
Yeah. I chose this closeout because it has the framing of the door on the girl. And it's really nice.
Yeah, exactly. Framing within a framing.
Mm-hmm.
texture there also. But I like the colors. Like you have an iPhone.
My second shot is actually my favorite. It's really close to the end of the movie.
Oh no, a spoiler one.
Sorry.
You got a C minus
Yeah.
for that spoiler. Just kidding. Yeah, it looks very powerful.
The third one I struggle with because the skin tones, the
In
vibes
one,
are all over the place.
no,
On the third one, last one.
yeah, but I think you need more minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't worry about it. I like the drawings.
Thanks.
Here on the skin, though, you have to think on colors like they are the coronavirus. The colors get infected from other colors. Let's use another color.
Colors unlike Ovid is something I didn't expect to hear today.
Yes, they are COVID. They are a virus. Why? Because maybe I had a. I don't know. I have it here.
Well, you save every string painting on one file?
Almost.
How big is it?
I don't know. I don't want to see it. But the color one, I think, is not here. Damn. Or it's in another PSD. Study Hangout. Study Hangout PSD. Here. Nice. So this is the color virus I was talking about. So we think about color, we have hue, value, and saturation. Hue is the color itself. So we have to think about value and saturation. And here I do like a ball, a pink ball. And the colors of the ball will be different depending on the context where that ball is. If we have the pink ball here in this context, it's going to get infected by the blue of the environment. Or the shadow and the light. Here, it has got infected by the sun and the sky. So it doesn't look very different. It still looks pink. But in values, they have changed a lot. This is darker. This is brighter. So in your painting, on the skin, you have to think like the color of the environment is going to infect like a virus, the color of the skin. And the environment is very dark. And it has like a blue red color, purple red. So you add those colors.
Yeah, the missing ingredient is always purple, it seems.
Yeah. You don't see those screens.
You don't see those screens.
Even if they look gray,
Even if they look gray,
they have some blue
they have some blue
tone.
tone.
Yeah, looks like I was way off.
Not that way off. It's like
Not
don't worry
that
about
way
it.
up. Don't worry about it.
But keep it in mind.
But keep it in mind.
And the red shirt.
And the red
above.
shirt. Whoa.
And also,
And also,
when doing this,
when
there
doing
are a lot of
this,
lasers pointing
there are a
at
lot of
her.
lasers pointing at her.
The interesting thing about the laser
The interesting thing about
that
the laser,
they don't have
that
like a very
they
big
don't have like
amount
a
of
very
light.
big amount
It's
of
very
light.
controlled light.
It's very controlled light.
So they affect the environment
So
around,
they affect the environment around.
but the light will be always
the
on
light
the
will
same
be
line.
always on the same.
So they don't produce this effect.
So they don't.
Mm.
So to do that,
So to do that,
you instead
you instead
paint first the
paint first the
then you add a little red.
then you add a little red.
Not that red.
That's right.
And maybe you can use
And maybe you
this
can
tool.
use
In English, I don't know which tool.
in English. I don't
but
know
it's,
which tool will be,
down
but
this
it's
arrow.
down the arrow.
And what it does is align
What it does is align
It's the ruler.
the ruler. Mhm.
the ruler,
And then you make this.
and then you make this.
I'm doing it fast, so it doesn't look very good, but
Doesn't look very good, but
then
then
paint a little maybe,
paint a little.
but just a
The
little.
point is it
Just
looking clear.
Yeah, make it look
Yeah.
clear
Make it look clear
to get this effect.
to get this effect.
But it's not like a big
But
change
it's
that
not
you
like
have
a
to do.
big change. Like,
Here I need to add more
here I need
right.
to add more right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like this scene. I mean,
I also
yeah, you
like
didn't
this
finish
scene. I mean,
because of the
you
time, but
didn't
already
finish
looks
because of
good.
the time, but already looks
All
good.
these three
All these
looks
three
good already. They
looks
work
good
as a
already.
color
They
script.
work as a color script.
Just need to be
You need to be
more clear about the colors
more
and the
clear
value,
about the
especially.
colors and the value, especially.
For example, the values on
For
her
example, the
jacket
values on
are
her jacket are
darker.
darker.
Here they have more light.
Here they
on
have
it.
more light on it.
So you need to
So you need to
bring them
bring them
to close to black.
close to black.
Yeah, that will be it
Yeah,
for
that
now.
will be it
For now.
for now. For now.
So always focus on.
So always focus on
I will send this again.
always on this again.
Where'd I go? Oh, bye bye.
Could I go? Oh, bye.
Wait, I got echoes? Oh, I'm so sorry. Someone up there said.
For the mic. But don't worry because you are talking.
For the mic. But don't worry because you are talking.
But yeah, focus on value,
But yeah,
hue, saturation, and
Focus
depending on the
value, hue,
context,
saturation,
the
and
colors will
depending on
change.
the context, the colors will change.
And think about the virus, about coronavirus.
And think
The
about the
colors
virus,
get
like
infected.
coronavirus. colors
each other.
infected with
All right.
each other.
Thanks.
You're
This was
welcome.
a nice
You're
experience. This
You're
is also
welcome.
my first time using
You're welcome.
Discord's microphone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I never talked.
Well, good to you.
Well, good to you.
So,
Well, I guess it's time for the next student.
It's time for the student to talk,
Time
not
for
just the
the
teacher.
talk. Teach.
I'm gonna keep this in mind in future studies.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
and I will send more
Yeah, and I will send more
homeworks here and there.
homework here and there.
We can study together
We can
also.
study together also.
Earlier,
Earlier,
a couple of friends said that we can
our
use
friends said
Class
that we can
Hangout
use
to
Class Hangout
get a
to
present for you. Thank
get
you.
a present for you. Thank you.
You are so kind.
You're so
All right.
Personally, I like your size, even though I know I missed a lot of the colors. So I think I'll be doing this maybe on a weekly basis, like taking 1 hour for just do a study of series or of a movie that I like.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. Good idea.
I have a question though.
Sorry,
I
can you
was
mute yourself now?
So can you mute
Because I'm
yourself now?
Oh,
having
I'm
like...
sorry. I forgot.
No problem, no problem.
So I can unmute
Thank
her.
you. No. Okay, now you can talk.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, this exercise is due to you have to do the exercise in maybe 1 hour. 1 hour. Is that not recommended? That like do we have like not to do more than 1 hour?
No, you can do more than 1 hour. It's no problem.
Okay.
I usually try to stay focused on 1 hour because in my personal case, if I have 2 hours, let's say 2 hours, I will be focusing too much on getting the drawing right instead of the composition and the color. So I will waste time on things that I shouldn't be wasting time. So what I would recommend is to make the study 1 hour. And after you finish 1 hour, then you can add more time, because now you just focus on the composition and getting the colors right. You didn't distract yourself with other stuff. You just focus on that on 1 hour. But then you can add 1 more hour if you want to tweak the colors, to change something. But you wouldn't be wasting time if you have like 2 hours in the beginning. If that sounds
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. Thank you.
No problems.
Would you recommend doing those with like anime,
If you want.
or do you think it's more like helpful to do it from cinema?
I think it's more helpful to do it with cinema. Yeah.
Right,
Or
but have you seen
it could be a 3D animation.
Oh, okay. But have you seen like the background from this movie, Your Name? Man, those
Your Name?
backgrounds are lit. Your Name.
Your Name.
Yes.
It is a animation.
Yeah, it's a well-regarded animation movie.
Oh,
the
this one.
backgrounds are
Oh,
man.
yeah, you can. Yeah, like these colors are beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see
and
no problem.
I don't know if you can maybe put it on YouTube, but there is like this time lapse they made. Man, oof.
Yeah, they looks really, really beautiful. Yeah, you can do it. Like, I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I'm not such a like Eastern animation like how do you say it? Fanatic, I guess. I don't know much about anime, but yeah, clearly this one is one of my favorite movies overall. Not even counting like animation movies, just overall.
Yeah, you can do that. Or maybe with this one. I haven't seen this one. Millennium Actress. Didn't know that existed this movie. But they already have like also this list looks beautiful. You can do a study from that. Yeah. Do a study from whatever you want. But I will recommend a live action or maybe a 3D movie, that a very well done 3D movie, just to because you have a big spectrum of colors.
Alright.
For example,
Yeah.
on animation, you don't see like surface scattering on the characters. There isn't. The colors are flat.
Yeah, they need to go flat. Yeah.
Yeah. But the environments, they have a lot of colors.
Oh,
Here
yeah,
also.
I just want you to put like the time lapse, please. I want you to see that the your name time lapse on YouTube if you happen to have the time, or if you can do it. Time lapse.
This one?
Oof, man, that shit is that's part of the movie.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
How the
No, I don't know how they make it. I believe I don't know if they ever use like 3D program
yeah, I
or
think they
like
used 3D.
or if this is like Jesus Japanese level.
No, I think they used 3D.
It wouldn't be like so hard to do this without 3D, isn't it?
On 3D it would be easier.
Yeah, without 3D it would be so hard.
Yeah.
I don't believe they use 3D honestly.
I don't know, he talks about how he did it. Got the storyboard. I guess that's the storyboard.
I
There's
love
a
movies.
book.
I wish I could have seen that on cinema on the theater, I guess, because yeah, the backgrounds were just another something else. I
So
don't know.
beautiful. Yeah.
Actual art that is used in the movie. So the characters, the animation will be drawn.
God damn. Every time I see like those kind of anime, I'm like, what am I doing?
Oh, but that's Japanese level. I mean
Yeah.
that's
They draw like 20 hours a day. Okay, this one are from Inmo. He just left, I think. Yeah. He's the last one. What are you sharing? Okay. Oh, no, I don't know. Movie. Aquila and the Bee. Aquila and the Bee. Haven't heard about it. Medium shot to shot. Yeah, he's medium. He's in close up. Two shot. Contrast in value. Yeah, especially these areas. And all that contrast is not. See, this is very interesting. I think this shape to show the distance between them. Yeah, that's very cool. Like this separates both characters. I'm guessing this is the father. Probably yes. And the vibe that I'm getting here is that here's this, maybe this is the child. I don't know, movie. Aquila and the Bee. I'm going to search. And the Bee. Is this one? No. It's not this one. Where's the Japanese version? No. This is not the movie. You got a C minus. Yeah, and hold on the shot. He done something. Yeah, he did something. The father is angry, and we see the distance with each other. Like maybe they don't have a good relationship of father and son. I'm guessing, who knows? And these are another character here. Maybe the mom. I'm going to guess what is happening here. He wants to be an artist, and for his birthday, the mother bought him a sketchbook, and he's drawing on the sketchbook. And then the father shows up, and he said, "No, you have to study medicine." And the kid is like, "No, I want to study drawing. I want to be a manga artist." And the father is making a face of disapproval to him. And the mother here will be like, "Let him to be an artist. He will be a good one. I'm going to train him." And he will be like, "No." Okay, personal traumas. The main focus is on the 1/3. Third. Yeah. The framing that this thing makes, and the mother, I don't know if this is a woman, but the mother makes like a frame of the kid head. And I think,
What if neither of the parents wanted him to be an artist and he organized a birthday party for himself and then gifted himself a notebook and then he caught up and they are gonna kill him?
they are going to kill him. Why always with the killing?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a fan of Tarantino.
Yeah, he has a katana on the back. He's holding a katana. "Son, you are going to be a doctor, right?" "No!" And then he uses the katana. Okay, too much. About the colors. Yeah, these are warm colors. The values here need more dark. A little and they need to be warmer, more warm. Why is that word so hard? Warm. Especially on the face here. That's why I always recommend to do live action studies, because you get this where the skin has a lot of warm color because of the surface gathering the colors that are coming from the table to his face, because the shadow in his face is bright, it's not that dark because of the values on the light area. So we have these warm colors. I like these colors. And you will get a simplified version if this was an anime, for example, animation. The other thing that is very interesting, if you want to make, this is a trick, if you want to make the light source, I mean the lighter parts look warm, like it is warm light, you paint white, but around that white, you paint yellow. So here, for example, I will paint yellow, white, and a little bit of yellow. Here too. And now looks warmer, the light. He has that lighting everywhere in this place. Oh shit. Yeah. And because there is a bouncing light on the face, we'll get warmer shadow. This color is has a little more warm. And we have the lighting on the clothing also. Yeah, like that. And be careful with this. Don't leave spaces. On white. Because it affects all the color and the mood of the scene if you do that. Even if you have 1 hour, try to avoid this. Try to have it more finished, your studies, so that doesn't happen. And yeah. And if you can add like a couple of more minutes and draw this, the happy birthday, Jason. Happy birthday to me. Yeah. So keep in mind this. You want to make the light look warm, make yellow around that white. So it will look that way. Also, there is a trick with the sun. If you want to paint the sun, oops. Which, by the way, the sun is white, it's not yellow. So a very bright sun, we're going to paint yellow anyway. What you can do is in the middle, instead of using white, use a little bit of cyan. And the sun will look warmer and hot and powerful. Not by using white, but cyan. Why? Because in terms of scientific explanations for this, if we talk about mood, we represent cold colors with blue, right? And hot colors with red. But actually, because the sun is white and the white has all the colors, and because of the particles and the atmosphere and so on, we see the sky blue and the sun yellow and all of that. The cyan color is warmer. It's not a cold color. It's a warm color. Mind blowing, right?
But how do we know the sun is yellow if we cannot stare at it?
Sorry?
How do we know the sun is yellow if we cannot stare at it?
Exactly, because the sun is not yellow. We think it's yellow, but it's not. So it is in our subconscious brain thinking that the sun is yellow, but the sun is white. It's always white. But because of the things that are on the air, looks a little yellow, especially in the morning, especially in the late night. No, in the late day, like in the evening, when we have this purple and pink sky, the sun looks orange or red even. But the real color of the sun is white. And the blue colors has more temperature than the red one and the yellow one. That's why if I want to make the sun looks more hotter, I will use a cyan color, not a white. It looks like, this is what you really looks like when you see the sky, the sun in the plenty of the day. You see that. And that's why it burns your eyes and you can't look at for too much long. So yeah, I don't know why I'm talking about the sun. I forgot. But yeah. Prince asking me if my story was just young, can I gonna progress you so made this day. Okay. So yeah, I think there is no more homework. Maybe I skip someone. No. it's all done. So I think I'm going to leave it here. Unless there is another question. Why not yours? I love how when it cuts back to chat, it's just stock image. Yeah. Like, I'm searching for any question. And I just see stock photos. I'm going to stop the recording.
Yeah, yeah.